All right. So we're gonna get back to doing something else because that game was driving me crazy. I have to dick around with it off stream so I can figure out why it wasn't doing what I thought it should be doing. I'm gonna go back to a good old fashioned relaxing spray power wash. Move my chair. All right. See. Oh, let's see. There it is. They think R rotate, but I'm not always a smart man. More often than not, I'm not a smart man. It's been a while since we've played this, so me remembering what the controls are, that's going to be a stretch. I'm gonna use a little wider blade. We do have the extension on to reach a little higher up, so try and take advantage of that. As well, get what we can while we're standing here. So yeah, I think they officially put out some lore for this game saying that everything is so dirty because of that volcano we saw when we were cleaning that first house. I think that's the official lore that they're going with. But yeah, gonna chill and pressure wash some shit. Oh, I've missed that sound. It's a nice sound to have. But they don't have that sound in real life, when you accomplish something. In real life, they don't give you that ding. It'd be really nice to have something like that. Because, paycheck doesn't really count anymore because it comes in and it goes out just as fast. So, there we go. Get down prone. All right. Up under this eave. There we go. Yeah, I still have to do all that out there too. Oh. Rotate and blast. think green is just about as thin as you can really go to clean any of this. Go too much thinner than the green, it doesn't really blast off all of the morning the algae and stuff. Try and get as much of this as I can from the ground, and then I'll grab ladders and step stools and all that fun shit. Now let's see. Okay. Right. Down. Let's grab some pick. Because it's quiet right now. Me just yammering isn't always the best. There we go. Put on some background so we can relax, enjoy some pressure washing. Go. That set up right now. I'm gonna give y'all a whiplash because I bumped the house and it jumped. Yeah, so we're just gonna try and spend the next couple of weeks, got some time off work, trying to get back to this whole streaming thing, stream as much as I can. I know I won't be able to stream a lot, you know, every day, but who knows? Get on every day and stream for hours and hours and hours. I won't really know until I sit down and start doing it. Unfortunately, you know, that's the way life is. Don't really know what's going to happen until it happens. You can guess, you can make assumptions. But life is what it is. How are you all doing out there? Everybody doing alright? Having a gentle holidays. I know holidays can't be easy for everyone. Everybody has shit going on. And if you could only hear me, actually get all of the amazing, you know, facts I'm dropping right now. Oh. So it's I'm hoping you're all having a gentle holiday season. You know, it's kind of rough. It's been rough here at the house, but we're getting through. I've been spending a lot of my time baking and doing that kind of stuff. The F. I can use that to get up. Come on, let me up, thank you. No, I'm good. Oh, fuck off, telemarketer. You see I'm on a roof, slowly sliding down it. Don't want to fall off this wet ass roof. Back up, there we go. Try and get to this. Go. Alright. Why is it pink up here? Why is it pink? What are they burning that has made it pink? That's confusing as shit. But alright. And it's super dense too. It doesn't want to come off easy. What is this? I have never seen the top of a chimney pink. But whatever they're burning and putting off pink soot, children, is creepy as shit. No? I'm gonna fall off. You. I don't want to fall off the roof. No, thank you. I just want to clean this chimney. So yeah, apparently there's a multiplayer mode of this. But that would... Ah, fuck. That would involve me having friends that have this game too. Come on. Let's take off the extension for right now. Some of this roof cleaned off while I'm climbing back up of it because I fell off. Come on. And off the dirt. Yeah, what I was saying is, you know, there's a multiplayer of this, but that assumes that you have other people on Steam that have this game. And I think in my catalog of friends, I'm the only one that I know that has it. But that's fine, I guess. Back up to this chimney. Let's fall off this chimney. Pick that up, thank you. Let's put that there. There we go. This will make this a whole lot easier. Now I can just blast this shit from out here. And not fall off again. And again. And again. Now I wish I could just bring it up so I could always see the dirty spots. I think that would turn this into easy mode, and I don't think they want to do that. Alright. blast that chimney clean. For all that pink gunk. Great. Alright. Give me that reward noise. Give me them serotonins. Need them serotonin. Come on, it's almost done. I had to spray inside of it to get that last piece. Alright. Oh, let's work on this side now. And you'd think they'd figure out how to, tie off ropes so that, you don't fall off. Considering they're giving you the scaffolding now, and got other tools now to help you reach all this. You figure they'd figure out how to make it so you don't slide off these roofs. But I guess not. Guess that's not as important. Oh. Right. We're getting there. We're getting there. And I fell off. Oh, I brought that over. Give it to me. Give me that serotonin. There we go. Ah. The house itself is coming along quite nicely. If you don't look at all that other crap, it's coming along well. Let's put our extension back on. Let's go with that one. Oh, come here, scaffolding. Thank you. Come on. Gotta go up another layer to get the top of this window frame, I guarantee it. There it is. See, I told you. Alright, let's go down a layer so we can get this next layer. No Taco Bell, I don't want food right now, thank you very much. How come when you don't want food, they're all over you, but when you do want it, there's nothing. Can't get a deal, they won't deliver because it's 3 in the morning. No, Drunk people times. I need to move this. Okay. I think that'll be the next place I need that. Get this front cleaned up. So nice to watch this get clean. You know, some people say, you know, this game isn't relaxing because they do, you know, they've done this as work, and I get it. If I did this as a job, I wouldn't want to come home and play this. It would drive me up a fucking wall. Like when I come home from work, I don't want to deal with, you know, schools and teaching and all that crap anymore. Done with my day. I'll say it's probably these metal pieces that are delaying the door. There we go. Blast the door frame, get it done. There we go. Rotate. Go. Down to prone. Go. Clean this house. It's gonna be really weird because I think when you download your VODs, the Twitch soundtrack, which I'm using for music right now, deletes itself. So there'll be parts where I'm saying stuff and singing stuff that won't make any goddamn sense on the VOD. Do it up under this overhang. It had to be up there somewhere. Go back out to our green. Yeah, like I was saying when I was trying to play the baking sim, is I have been making, you know, sweets as, you know, our Christmas presents to our friends and my coworkers and stuff. Because, you know, baking is significantly cheaper than trying to buy a gift for everybody. And to some people it means more, you know, that you did something rather than, you know, what it is. His gifts shouldn't be, you know, monetary. Shouldn't have to worry about how much your gifts to somebody cost or anything like that. You know, a true friend will be appreciative that you thought of them at all. That you wanted to take your time, go out of the way, and make them something. Food. Even just spending time. That is an amazing gift for some people, because time is one of those things that you really only have a limited amount of. Yeah, you have a limited amount of money. Make more. Can't make more time. The time you have is the time you're gonna have. It doesn't change. Can't go to the time store and buy more time. So I think, you know, somebody coming over and hanging out for a couple of hours can be some of the best gifts. Because that means the most. Especially when you're busy and you don't have a lot of time. Or you choose to spend your time in other ways. Like I'm going to be working with Son, and we're going to do some co-op streams. Play some random games. We've got Deep Rock Galactic we can play. We've got Second Extinction, I think is what it's called. It just came out as the free game of the day from Epic. It it's looks like an interesting shooter kind of game. Where is it? Come on, give me my serotonin. There we go. Do I have any? Out. I have no liquids. Let's go to the store, because I could use some, just some multi-purpose clean. Bubbly sounds are quite nice. Yeah, I know I could keep doing that. I don't want this to be over too fast. I'm not speedrunning this. This is a relaxing game. A relax run. It's really hard to see the dirty parts on the wood grain. So I'm glad they put in that tab feature where you can see where the dirt is. Alright, let's start up top and work our way down. There we go. That is definitely not what I wanted to do, but alright. Up we go. Back up here. There we go. Spray to spray to spray. Go over this window real good. And when we go down to that next level, we can go over it again from a different angle. Because it's always the edges. Cause it to not be clean. Rotate. Spray. Over here. And let's bring this all down. This house has some weird colors on it. Got that purple on the chimney. We got these blue flecks here. I wonder what this house is doing that's causing all these random colors. What nonsense is doing this? The paint? It's paint, then why was it on the chimney? So I don't think it's paint. I don't believe it's paint. Potions, maybe? Is this a potion cottage? It's hard to say. We're gonna clean it anyway. Get it looking nice. That's what we're getting paid to do. Just clean. Not ask questions. Alright. Still our doors looking nice. Fun. There's two. Getting that foundation along. It's almost done. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be the whole area right there. Oh, so, almost done with this building. About 3/4 of the way down. That upper area before I grab this lower area. Where's my little step stool? There it is. A little closer, maybe. Alright, here we go. Long jump then. Up to the top. And back down a level because I raced too far over. Up we go. Roof up and over. Alright. Go. This is where I wanted to be. I have to take off the extension to get this all done. Find out really quick. This area. Jump shot. Go. That area is done. Alright. Go with our nice wide so we can get a nice path over the wall itself. Pretty sure we're gonna need a finer blades to get a lot of this other stuff that's stuck on. So we can start with the wide spray. Trying to level up so I can get the, or not level up, but get that money up so I can get the more powerful spray gun. And really crank out these cleaning jobs. Be nice to just be able to just really rip through these properties. a little bit, you know, because I don't want to rush everything. Oh, I sprayed this window pretty good, but not. Rotate. Other side of this windowsill. There we are. This foundation area and these lower blocks. Crawl around my stomach for a while, you know. Get this over to where we're freaking there. We're all dirty over there. I'll probably grab the scaffolding to do that section there. And we're just gonna stream as long as I can manage. Go away. Don't. You don't come up with a number, I'm not talking to you. It's really that simple. Oh. Welcome back. So, did you color? Well, Pack's watching while he's at work, so he's got me on mute so he can deal with his life. I'll have to text. Use that chat to talk to him. Unless his workday is so boring that he actually has his sound on, which is very, very unlikely. We're actually almost done with the cottage itself. We're not doing too bad. It's been quite a while since we've actually sat down and streamed and did anything like this. Oh, why not, Pack? I'm using a 2 PC setup. The stream is being broadcast by the computer that's right there. Got the game there, and then I have 2 keyboards, and oh. Oh, I didn't get to participate in the coloring. That sucks. Oh. I have to bring over that scaffolding so I can get that high stuff. This scaffolding was the best thing that they put into this game. It makes doing this shit so much better. Not so frustrating to do some of this stuff. It can be frustrating, but it's not as frustrating. Oh. Alright. What is left? Gates, posts, stone wall, timber frames. We're missing a couple of pieces of timber frame. Look at the timber frame pieces, see which one didn't get cleared, unless it's out here. Yeah, those are posts. Alright. I want to make that outside wall the last thing. Frame foundation. Alright, there we go. The to-do list is now down to this stuff out here. To do that outer wall. There we go. There, that's what that wanted. Just the power spray. With my hands. There we go. Gate 1 is done. Alright, there we go. And clean up this wall, make it look nice. Nice and cold here in the house. Over the next few days, we're going to get some rain coming through. With my internet stable, I'm going to try and keep the streaming thing going. I miss doing this. A lot of fun to just sit here and chat and clean things up. But with all this running water, it's making me want to go to the bathroom. So, BRB, sure. Bathroom. Fake. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't draw no penises in that game. I didn't. This. I'm just gonna spell shit all over the place, but whatever. Any of thous? I learned it. I'm learned it. I learned it how to spoke and read and write. Some of the fun of the 2PC setup is I'm currently writing with the keyboard sideways. So, you know, it is what it is. And I've come to understand that it is what it is a very dangerous statement. Because those people that truly believe it is what it is generally don't let things bother them. So if you want to find out who the dangerous people are around you, find out who says it is what it is, because they generally don't let things really fuck their day up. Because they know there's only so many things that they can control. And if it's beyond their control, it is what it is. If it's something that they can change, though, they'll do their best to do so. And right now, I have too much free time on my hands. I don't have things I could do about that. I have rain coming in, so I can't do much outside about it. But I can crank up my computers. I can get back to doing this whole streaming thing. So I can only make so many sweets before I end up with diabetes. You know? That's your moment of wisdom for the day. So, Pack, do you have your sound on right now? Is it that kind of work day? Okay. Yeah, it's Christmas. Get out. All you out.
Everybody out. Come.
No doggos. I don't want to listen to the whining. Buddy out. I think so. Today is not a doggo stream. Oh. Enjoy that peaceful music and the sounds of the power wash. Where you have to walk back in and do your job. Something about making money, you know, paying bills. The world would be so much better if greed wasn't the biggest proponent of how life works. Just saying how much nicer the world would be if everybody could just get whatever they needed. Need food? You just go get food. You need a house? There's places to be. That's not the way capitalism works. But unfortunately, we all live by the almighty dollar. People have to do jobs they hate for money so that they can pay their bills, so they can buy crap they don't need to impress people that they don't like. I think that's one of the big reasons I'm trying to simplify my life. Really get rid of the stuff I don't need. Hey, thanks for the follow, Next. I thought you were already following. Did you unfollow and refollow? Well, either way, hello, how are you? I have been popping in and out of your streams from time to time. Still have no idea what you're doing in League of Legends. Yeah, I don't know. I think sometimes they purge followers that aren't there or don't watch or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, still have no idea what the hell you do in League of Legends other than, you know, you send your little person against their little people and you hope that your person wins the fight with their peoples. Is that about right? Is that about accurate? Yeah. I've contemplated, trying it out, but I have enough other games to play that I don't sink time into as it is. I need to get back to playing Tales of Arise because I got that as a gift and I really want to play through it. Alright, have fun at work. Hey, thanks for the tip.
League of Legends is a complicated game, but you're pretty accurate.
Thanks for the tip, man. Yeah, I know it's way more complicated than, than that. I, simplified it to pretty much down to the bare basics. But yeah, that's what I see when I watch, the people equip their people and then they go fight the other people. I watch a lot of, what I would call jousting, where you run in, do your damage, and then back out and hope that you can get enough damage that you take out the other person, or you have teammates with you. Yeah, I'm trying to get him to come back over and get back to streaming, but life is a complicated beast. You know? And we're working on setting up some D&D games outside of the house. Right now, gaming in my house is a little emotional. So we're trying to set up some games at a bar on their dead nights. So we'll see how that turns out. And get our nerddom out there into the world. And give us a way to edge back into playing one of the games that I've loved for decades. Oh. That'd be great. Pack's the one setting it all up because he's got all the contacts with the bars we're working with. And then if things work out well, there's a game shop that... Alright, thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by. I know it's probably the middle of the night where you are. Thanks for coming by and hanging out for a little bit. Hope to see you in upcoming streams. I should be doing this more frequently. Yeah, if we can get our nerddom going again, give us another outlet. %, done. We're almost done with this property. Then we get to move on and do something different. We did, this is the second stream we've worked on this one. Now, if you see that little bar that's underneath the pressure washer right now, that's his costume stream. If that gets filled up within the next year, because that's a pretty big amount, if that gets filled up within the year, I will get all of my pirate outfit out, and we will do a nice long stream in full costume. I might do a co-stream with Pack and get him into full costume. I don't think he's put his costume on in years either. Basically have us a pirate stream. Almost done. This is the last chunk of wall I need to do. And then this one will be ready. Okay, anytime you see me bring up that equipment. Alright. Oh yeah, now you can actually see the person rocking around. That's something that they knew that they added with this latest update, is now you can actually see your character walking around. Fire station or skate park? To the skate park. Dr. Durfinder, real doozy for you when you spare a minute over at the recreational grounds. Yeah, we'll go to the skate park. Alright, let's see if we can't afford us $5,000 for that one. That's why. Alright. Yeah, I don't want a paint job. I don't have a whole lot, let's see, we're probably gonna need a lot of plastic cleaner. What are the modifications? Are these just skins? Yeah, these are just skins. Alright. What we got for surf? Lot of multi-purpose. Lot of multi-purpose. Metal. Alright. Hit this with as much multi-purpose cleaner as we can. So these are the benches to watch. So if they're not standing, they're not going to see a whole lot of anything. Just saying. Not a whole lot that they would be able to see. Who did this to their skate park, man? This is some bullshit that, you know, you'd see at you know, a gang territory kind of area. Not as nice as a property as this this, you know, town seems to be. Of course, you know, vandalism can happen anywhere. I don't know, I don't expect it to happen as much in nicer areas. I guess this is my bias. You wouldn't expect it to happen so much in a nice neighborhood. Because, you know, I definitely don't live in a nice neighborhood, but I do, I don't see this, kind of vandalism either, so... And... I cleaned off some of the S already. '90s and '80s kids will know what that is. That's funny, is that's the kind of thing that, you know, nobody really taught you how to do. You just learned one day from somebody. And it became universal, like everybody. Didn't matter where you were in the world, that became a known thing. You just learned how to do it, and everybody just did it. Alright. Start cleaning up the other stuff left behind. end up being a nice long stream. At least that's the goal. See how it actually happens. You know, life is a lot of times different than expectation. Trying to get them serotonins. Those cleaning dings. Upper area right there. Try and get this wall, and then I'll come back out. The rest of this area. So, I know I'm, kind of looping back, but California is finally getting some decent amount of rain. So we're not going to be sitting as bad in a drought as we have been. But we really won't see a lot of the improvement until we start seeing the snow melt. That's when we'll really see the reservoirs fill up. At this point, I'll take whatever water we can get. Because we're definitely running low on water. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm considering retiring out of California. We're always in some drought, some fire, something. I want to, I'd want to, this house I'm in currently paid off before I would even think about it. I'll take the value of this house and buy a massive property somewhere else. So I'm not sitting right on top of somebody else's doorstep. I want to be able to count my property by acreage, not points of an acre. Now I think I'm sitting on 0.56 or some crazy or like that. Well, I guess I need my up the step. Thank you. that there so I can step on top of it. I can get this top of the wall cleaned off, because it apparently counts. There we go. That wall's done. Back up. Q. There. Alright. That wall's done. Bet you it's the top over there. Come on. Grab the step stool. Thank you. That's how you clean a wall too, right? You know, you jump up and down with your pressure washer. You spray and you hope you catch it. That's how you clean the wall, right? My trusty van. There we go. Rotate. Alright. Gaining ground, we're almost done with this opening section. Not really, because we got a lot of floor to do, but we're getting it. And walk a straight line. And not fall off of stuff constantly. That'd be awesome too. Get it, get it. Yeah, I'm gonna download this video and upload it to the YouTubes as a VOD for those people that didn't get to watch it here. I am gonna cut it up into the episodes of what I did. You know, like I'll cut the power wash section up, and this wall probably won't clear until I do the other side of it. But I can at least get this part of it ready. I often wonder what it's like to just watch the stream and not be able to listen to it. You know I don't, you know, make the greatest of conversations or whatever, but imagine only being able to just see and not hear what's going on. You know, I am aware of the deaf population and that's how they live their life, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about people that just tune in and then just have you on in the background. Or the people that just tune in and then put you in the background and don't, you know, watch, but listen. What randomness do you listen to? And just kind of meander through thoughts while I'm doing this. Yep. Yeah. I don't know. Just seems, you know, more of those random thoughts. I have a lot of those, and generally I have no one to talk to. Oh, that's not true. I do have, you know, people at the house, but everybody has their own life. I find myself, you know, sitting in my office watching a whole lot of YouTube. Whole lot of YouTube. And not really doing anything. I spend my day just staring at the screen, not really doing anything. At least streaming, it gives me a reason, you know, to load up a game and sit and meander and talk. And most of the games I play are like this. I don't tend to play super action heavy games. I do have, like I said, I do have Tales of Arise I need to get through. Having quite a bit of fun with that one, but I need to get going, get doing it. Sometimes motivation is the hardest thing. There's been many days, many days, that I have set everything up to start a stream. Have OBS open, have the game launched, everything. I never hit go live. You know, some of that is insecurities of, you know, why would people want to watch me sit here and do this? I do a lot of the games like this where it's just simulator games, where it's slow, it's kind of methodical. And then sometimes I'll break out the other games that are more aggressive and got a lot more going on. But the bread and butter of the games I play is stuff like this. You know, I get into my head and I wonder why would people want to watch this? Honest answer? I have no idea. I have no idea why people tune into my channel. I know why a couple of people do. I have a couple of hardcore people that would watch me if I sat and stared at an orb for 8 hours. But is that really entertaining? Not really. That's where I'm at. I'm hoping to get over that and get back to doing this because I've met some very interesting people through doing this and talked to some really interesting people. Gotten to some, you know, some amazing discords because of it. How much more could there be to do the bench? Like nothing left to it. There. Tomorrow, work out the co-stream with my son. He's going to gonna get together in a Discord call, and we're gonna play Second Extinction, I think is what it's called. It's a free game on Epic that came out on Epic today. And we're gonna play a couple of rounds of that. And see what that's about. So that'll be interesting. So we'll look forward to that. So that's going to be tomorrow, probably in the afternoon. Get him set up in a Discord call so we can talk. I'm trying to do more with him. He also wants to pretzel. I so wish my setup was mobile and I could stream, you know, the cooking and baking that I've been doing. I just don't have the gear to do that. System is very not mobile, and I don't have long enough gear to run cameras out, and I don't know how to do the remote cameras and all that. Hey there. I was just talking about streaming and all the Discord servers that I've gotten into because of it. How are you doing? You done with your sitting in a truck today? Is that all they had you do today was just truck work? Yeah, I have like 5 or 6 Discords that I'm actually in, and I only stay in the ones I'm active in, that are active. I remember you saying you got into reading because you've been in that very, very slow position. Hopefully you can get into something that's at least, you know, more entertaining. Do they have any kind of ETA on when they're going to get those belts fixed? Or is it just a, they'll be fixed when they're fixed? Now, conveyor belts can't be cheap, and it probably takes time. Especially if they move at the speed of molasses. I couldn't imagine just sitting in a truck cold on top of everything all day. This morning you said it was pretty cold there. Ooh. '50 is not horrible, but a California 50 is frigid. Yeah, we've been hovering around like that. It's been dipping into the 30s overnight, and then during the day it'll warm up to the mid 50s. You know, which is still very cold for my California sissy ass. But then again, you know, when you've lived on the coast and in the desert your whole life, you get used to hundreds. Yeah, I was just having a conversation about how I find myself spending so much time just sitting and watching YouTube and not really doing a whole lot else because, you know, well, one, it's safe, but it's boring. But, you know, I found myself setting up streams up to having everything loaded, and I just don't hit the go live button. You know, some of it's the insecurities of, you know, why would anybody watch this? Because I play some weird shit, and, you know I'm not the most charismatic fucker out there. But a lot of it's just been, just insecurities and, you know, stuff, you know, my mental shit. But I'm trying to break that and get back out and get back to streaming my random shit. Tomorrow I'm gonna try and stream, Second Extinction or whatever it's called, that, just came out from the Epic Store for free today with my son. So yeah, I've been live for just under 3 hours. Doesn't feel like it because I've been chatting and talking, and I know that there's people there. Well, that's unfortunately the cycle of depression. It wears you down, and then eventually you just give up. Which is why the cooking and baking has been so good, because it's helped a lot of, breaking that. Especially seeing people's faces when I give them their box of sweets. And then I tell them that they have to, after they've tasted everything, they have to tell me which one their favorite was. Yeah, if I could just figure out how to get my setup out into the kitchen, because my setup is so far from where I cook, and I don't know how to do the whole remote camera stuff, and it's probably behind some paywall somewhere, or I'm not that smart. Oh, I've got a USB that runs right by the kitchen. It's just setting up the computer out there and the camera and all that. I would love to be able to sink the money into a decent powered streaming laptop. So I could do, the random streams pretty much anywhere in my house. Because I got outside that I could do stuff, and yeah, I'll have to try it. Because I have a pretty good extension for, camera and microphone and all that. I wanted to do some recording of my tweets anyway, so I could at least, post those on at least Facebook. Because some things, like Buckeyes. While it's an easy thing, there's a lot of downtime because you just have to chill stuff for hours, and without doing, TV movie magic of preparing. Preparing stuff before the stream, which I wouldn't be adverse to doing, because 2 batches of stuff isn't gonna hurt my feelings. It might be worth a shot. And my camera has a decent mic. I just have to set it up so that way the camera and the microphone's camera is what's being used to stream audio. Oh, I have 2 weeks off of work. I may try it. So there may be some random cooking stream that happens. Who knows what we'll make, but yeah, that's one of the biggest things that I'm trying to do now, is just I need to stream more so that way the community can grow, so that way we can get things going. Because my streaming career has not been very stable. I'll stream for a long time for a while, and then I just won't stream for several months, and then I'll get back to it. And you don't really build communities doing that. Yeah, I saw your message. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Yeah, some of what's handicapping me is you know, my anxieties of saying yes when I used to say no a lot. Like those days that I would jump in and play Halo with you guys. Normally, that's way outside my comfort because that's not me. You know, I've always been, you know, a loner a lot. So saying yes has become a something I'm working on. Something I need to something I just need to work on. Yeah, I get that. Because you're technically, you know, you're still by yourself and you can jump in and out whenever you want. But you're also, you know, in a group. You got that group thing going on. Kind of. And now they put multiplayer in it, so you can get multiple people in pressure washing. Which means they're probably going to put in bigger and bigger things to do. I like it because there's no stress. It's just there's no time limit. There are challenges where you could try and, you know, complete it as fast as possible. You can push each other around with it. But like I said, there's no health, there's none of that. It's just it's just this. The music is from the whole Twitch soundtrack thing, so that way, you know, I at least have something. Because otherwise, there's no music. Yeah. I've even thought about doing coloring streams where I get out some of the coloring books that Bunny had gotten. Get out the marker, set up the camera over the table, and just color. Eventually, once I get more comfortable and better skills with the guitar, I'll probably do some guitar streams, because, you know, or, you know, sections. Yeah, because they kind of fall under the just chatting category, and that's a very, very popular section of this website. Games aren't the What little spots? Like the little flecks? Yeah, we did. Early in this stream, we finished a little cottage. Oh, those lines down there. Hoping to get this to that serotonin ding pretty soon. I think I'm gonna have to get up onto the top and get the top of the wall. There's a tab button you can hit that'll show you what's dirty still. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get up there to get that section of wall to clear. Yeah, and then there's these. Randomly in the levels, you'll find stuff that you can just blast. Not exactly sure how much longer I'm gonna go because my hand's starting to hurt. Hoping to finish this whole location. I don't think that's gonna happen. There, that section of wall's done. There's a little skate park just outside of town. So the lore of this is that the volcano erupted or something and caused all this dirt. Oh. That is a playground that I did a while back. So somewhere in the skyline is a volcano. Not exactly sure where. The lore is that there's a volcano that erupted that did all this. And some of it is vandalism and some of it's just game mechanics because there's sections of areas that you're wondering how that volcano got dirt, on the underside of slides. And there's some stuff like that, but yeah, so yeah, you one of the first jobs you have is you clean the van, your van that's parked over there. That we have a vehicle to get around. And then you get hired to do all this cleaning. I'll try and get as much of this high stuff as I can while I'm up here. Yeah, this game is under constant updates. They have, you know, an update message going out, you know, at least once a week. About stuff that they're working on. Bug fixes. Because this game is technically one of those lost in early access games that you ever wonder if it's ever gonna be a finished game. I think this game has been getting worked on for a year now. Maybe more? Fall off. Get back on top. No? Alright. Get back over here. Try and do this area around this bowl. I think I'll call it a stream there. Yeah, you know, 3 hours is a long stream for me. Normally they're like an hour tops. Maybe 2. Tomorrow, I don't know when, but I get on with the boy and we're gonna play some Second Extinction, which is basically a FPS dinosaur game, I guess. I don't know. I have to install it and yeah, see, I think my longest I ever did was like 8, and I did that when I got affiliate. But even that was hard because, you know, trying to find stuff to do for 8 hours, and I had people, you know, IRL hanging out, but and we don't have groups to jump in with and do stuff with. It makes those hours drag on. If I ever made it to that partner level, I might try it. Who knows? That's a pipe dream. And who knows, I may get back on later tonight when I don't have anything else going on. That's become my biggest issue is you know, the boredom. I don't have a lot happening right now. I'm off of work till the beginning of next year. Yay for working at school. And there's only so much I can afford to do with the house. Yeah, I don't know what the benefits and cost of partner would be. I'd have to actually see what the partner application looks like. The benefit of it. I know one of the biggest things is you get a mark next to your name, and then you get more emote slots faster. So not worried about emote slots. I've put some generic ones on mine because I don't have time to deal with making new ones or any of that noise. Yeah. That's kind of like the Twitch partner or the YouTube partner. You know, they want that exclusivity. You know, I see. You know, I understand that for big streamers. All right. I may or may not be on when you're done. Oh, welcome to all you that have popped in while I was, chatting, and glad to see you're all here, hanging out. I'm just cleaning a skate park. Turn my heat up. Put on my compression gloves. Maybe that'll help my hands feel a little better. Glad to see you all here hanging out. I welcome all the lurking. I know I lurk a lot in streams. And I tend to be active in the streams with the people I know, the Discords I'm in. I chat a lot with them. But most of the streamers I watch, I just lurk. It is still early in the day. Who knows? We might keep this rolling. Or we might do my original idea of taking a break and coming back to it. Because there is some stuff I gotta try and set up and stuff for tomorrow. Finish off. Get out of the way. Alright. I'm going to stop it there. Because like I said, my hands are hurting and I probably could use some lunch. I haven't eaten yet. But, take this over here. I appreciate y'all being here, hanging out. You all see later. Take it easy. Love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out. Yeah, might be back on later tonight.